was the big target at last night's Fox News GOP debate. Former Hewlett-Packard CEO Carly Fiorina taking some of the biggest swipes at Secretary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton will do anything to gain and hang on to power. Anything. Listen, if my husband did what Bill Clinton did, I would have left him long ago. So, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Hillary Clinton has been climbing the ladder to try and get power, and here now she is trying for the White House. She's probably more qualified for the big house. Honestly, she continues to lie to the American people. You see, it's called the Clinton way. Both Bill and Hillary practice it the Clinton way. Say whatever you have to say, do whatever you have to say, lie as long as you can get away with it. Hillary Clinton cannot be the president of these United States.
And just moments ago, Carly Fiorina went on the record from Independence, Iowa. Carly, nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Greta.
Carly, okay, the big news just breaking is that there's an email fallout at the State Department, big fight over at the State Department withholding top secret Clinton memos because they say they're too damaging to release. The Clinton campaign says this is overclassification run amok. They want them released. So what say you?
Well, this is the Clinton way, isn't it, Greta? Lie as long as you can get away with it. Remember Mrs. Clinton saying, well, there was no classified material on my server. Drip, drip, drip. We learn every day that that was not true.
Well,
it
she
turns
says
out there's a lot of classified material on her server.
Well, I mean, it's still being sorted out, but she wants the stuff, wants these emails out. At least her campaign does. And they say that this classification business is just that, you know, in D.C., everyone knows there's a lot of overclassification. I'm not saying this is, but they're saying this is.
Yeah, well, you know what this reminds me of, Greta? It depends on what the meaning of the word is. That's what this reminds me of.
So what's going to happen with this?
Well, you know, I earnestly hope that Mrs. Clinton is indicted. Sadly, I doubt that that will be the case, and so she's going to have to be held accountable on a general election debate stage. She has gotten away with stuff over and over and over again. I say all the time she's escaped prosecution more times than El Chapo. It's a funny line. Sadly, it's true.
Do you think you are the only GOP candidate who can beat her in a general election, or can the other GOP candidates as well?
I think I am the only GOP candidate and the best GOP candidate to beat her in a general election. And I think people have seen why from the very beginning of this cycle. I have been because I have been the most effective, the most consistent critic of Hillary Clinton from long before the time I announced my candidacy. I will be consistent and effective. And guess what, Hillary? I'm a grandma, too.
Governor Chris Christie in the debate last night was critical of the candidates who are U.S. senators and not governors. He didn't say anything about people who are in business, but he was critical in the Senate, saying they don't do anything, that they talk. Those are my words, but essentially what Governor Christie said. Do you share that criticism, or do you think that's an unfair criticism of the senators running?
I think it's a totally fair criticism. With all due respect to these senators, they have never made a tough decision in their lives. A tough vote is not a tough call. Being a lawyer and being a politician are fine professions, but they are not decision makers. And we don't need another first-term senator in the Oval Office. This is not a place for on-the-job training. I think I have a unique experience set. I actually understand how the economy works. I know more world leaders and have more foreign policy experience than anyone running in our party. I understand bureaucracies and technology, and I have led all my life.
And I know exactly where you're going to be the next 3 days, in the state of Iowa. Carly, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Greta.